knowing where you are, it is 80 degrees where we are. This is St. Petersburg, Florida, and we have some of college football's best seniors. They have a chance now for one more game to prove that they have what it takes to play in the National Football League. It is the 95th edition of the East-West Shrine Bowl. It's next on NFL Network.
Hey, stand down, Bruce. Watch your Bruce.
Our next step on the path to the draft is on the beach. St. Petersburg, Florida, where we have the first of two college all-star games for you today on NFL Network. This one, the 95th edition of the East-West Shrine Bowl. Some of college football's best seniors with one more game to show that they have what it takes. Imagine, if you will, that you had a job interview and it was on TV and everybody is watching. That is what we have, and we thank you for being here today with us in St. Petersburg. That is Daniel Jeremiah. This is Charles Davis. My name is Andrew Siciliano. Kimberly Jones will join us down on the field shortly. DJ, you say this is leg number one of a triple crown.
Yeah, in the spring in scouting, it's really a triple crown affair. And the first leg of the triple crown is right here, and that's the All-Star Games. The last time these players will get to put on pads and play real football. That'll be followed up by the Combine, and then you'll have their Pro Day. Three big opportunities for these players to improve their stock. And Charles, all 32 teams were here this week, keeping a close eye on this group.
Yeah, so if it's a triple crown, they just broke from the gate, essentially, right? We're not anywhere close to the backstretch, but they're going to get to all of this, get to the Combine, get to their Pro Days before we get to the draft. The path to the draft has definitely begun.
All right, tell me what we're working with, DJ. Give me some names.
Let's look at the quarterback position. We saw Jimmy Garoppolo in this game. There's a quarterback, James Morgan from Florida International, that stood out to me during the week, and I enjoyed watching him on tape. You see the numbers there at the bottom of the screen. 6'4", 223 pounds, pocket passer, big arm. Then you go to the receiver position. I think it's a pretty deep group here, and to me, right in there at the top is John Hightower from Boise State. 6'1", 185 pounds, vertical stretch receiver, also a phenomenal returner. Don't get to see many returns today, Charles, but we'll get a chance to see him.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him with the ball in his hands. But how about a guy who's trying to knock the ball out of people's hands, and that's the linebacker, Shaq Quarterman from the University of Miami. 52 games played in college, 52 starts. This guy's got charisma, leadership abilities, as well as he brings thump, both in the run game and out in the open field. And the second player I want to talk about is a guy with less experience, playing for a team who played for the national championship, played for Clemson, DeAndre Overton. 5 starts in his career, came straight from the national championship game, got right involved in drills. I can't wait to see him in the red zone, guys, and see him go up and try and catch the football against those defenders.
It's been a short week for the Clemson and the LSU players. They were on the field on Monday. They're back on the field again today for the 95th edition of the East-West Shrine Bowl, showing that they have what it takes to play in the National Football League. We have a game, and we could not be more excited. It's next on NFL Network. Here in St. Petersburg, Florida, the 95th East-West Shrine Bowl, and we are thrilled today to have Kimberly Jones with us down on the sideline. Hi, Kim.
Hello, Andrew. Let's talk about these starting quarterbacks. James Morgan of Florida International starts for the East. He grew up in Green Bay. He wore number 4, then he wore number 12, and he says his football philosophy represents the best of Favre and Rodgers. Never be afraid, but take what they give me. And then there's Utah's Tyler Huntley, who starts for the West. He's played football all his life. When he was a baby, his mom laid 4 balls on the floor, a basketball, a baseball, a football. He crawled to the football. By age 3, he was playing flag football, and it was a wrap. He says he hopes beginning today he can show how his hard work is going to pay off.
Whoa, Kim Jones strong out of the gate with some big-time information right there. He crawls to the football, and look where he is today. Kim got that in pregame. How about her?
Love it.
I mean, how lucky are we to be working with her? That is pretty cool.
And lucky to have Ben Steele as his coach today, the Falcons assistant, former Bucks assistant, the head coach on the west side. On the east side, it is Mike Caldwell here, the Bucks middle linebacker coach. And here he is in the locker room.
like we talked all week, make sure up front, O-line, D-line, get it done. Change the line of scrimmage, get it done. Come out there and set the tone. Let's get ready to go. Skill positions, make your plays. Make your plays. Everybody understand this. It's a great opportunity for you. Take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. Get ready to go. Everybody with me? Yes, hold on. Everybody with me?
Yes, sir.
Everybody with me?
Yes, sir.
Let's get this thing done. Break it up. Let's go. Bring it up.
Really enjoyed getting to know both of these coaches, Mike Caldwell and Ben Steele, who actually Steele was here last year as an assistant coach, gets a second chance here, and a chance to work with all these young players, see how they develop throughout the week.
It's a great opportunity, not only for these players, but for these coaches to get a chance to be in roles that are bigger than what they're used to. And we've got a lot of examples of players or coaches that have taken this opportunity and ran with it.
Yeah, it's not just the players who have a chance to get evaluated, it's the coaches as well.
We have Dominic Eberle from Utah State kicking off, and this is Virginia's Joe Reed. As dangerous a kick return man as you will see in college football, he won the Jet Award, best returner in the game. And here we have our quarterback, starting off with a man we mentioned, James Morgan from Florida International, started at Bowling Green, that ended up here in Florida. After that, looking forward to seeing Kevin Davidson, strong arm, 1-year starter from Princeton, and then Tommy Stevens, Mississippi State, before that Penn State.
Spinnaker here, boys. Spinnaker. Wait, come back to 14.
Reed brought it out to the 22-yard line, and he's going to open up with Benny LeMay in the backfield from Charlotte. And a play fake. And a throw on first down. And he airmails Aaron Parker. Let's look at some of our impact players, gentlemen, that we're keeping an eye on here as we start with the East with the football.
Well, you look at impact players. John Runyon was a tackle. Obviously, you recognize the name. You know his dad, the legendary Philadelphia Eagles tackle. John slid inside the guard, had a great week of practice. And Adrian Killens, I believe, is the fastest player on the field today, the 200-meter champ in the state of Florida, and a great player at UCF.
Yeah, and John Pennicini is a terrific inside player and a defensive tackle. And Chris Williamson, a good cover guy from the University of Minnesota.
Got a new back. That's Rico Dowdle, number 35 from South Carolina, 16 career touchdowns. He gets the first carry of the game. And John Houston from USC, the middle linebacker, has the tackle.
And Rico Dowdle, his biggest thing is just showing he can stay healthy. He's just been hurt throughout his career. You know, he had a hernia in 2016, a broken leg in 17, an ankle in 18, a knee in 19. So getting a chance to get out here and show what he can do when he's fully healthy is a big opportunity.
Eli Wolf, the Georgia tight end, lines up slot to the right. His brother Ethan played in this game 2 years ago. It's 3rd and 7. And Morgan throws, and it's Aaron Parker with the catch right by the marker. Let's see where they spot it. Aaron Parker from Rhode Island with that 3rd down catch, and they're going to give him enough for the first.
I will tell you, though, Keith Washington, the corner from University of West Virginia, he made it difficult, didn't he, Daniel? Because Aaron Parker looked like he was about to spin out of that one, able to hold on to the foot and prevent a bigger play downfield. Being able to tackle in the open field is a big deal for all corners. Keith Washington got it done there, even though he gave up the first down.
Parker gets that first down, 3rd and 7. He needs 7, and he gets 7. He led the Colonial in receiving yards the last couple of years. And how about Dowdle with the stiff arm, the punch on Washington?
That was a really nice job inside by Darrell Williams, the center, who's had a great week of practice this week out of Mississippi State. 6'2 and a half, 304 pounds. And watch him once he gets his arms on, gets his hands on you, it's over. Nice job of sealing right there, and then nice job back bouncing it outside, CD.
And they're Dowdle doing his Derrick Henry impersonation. Remember Derrick Henry last week? Doing that to a big-time free safety named Earl Thomas, where he punched him twice in the open field on a big run.
That was after Earl Thomas said he didn't think that the Patriots really wanted to tackle Derrick Henry. Almost had a pick there. Keith Washington had his hands on it, and if he could have had it, he had clear sailing down the sideline.
Michigan transfer had 3 interceptions, almost got his 4th right here. Eyes in the backfield. Read the drop of the quarterback. Once he hits his back foot drive, you know it's coming out. He just got to finish right there.
Notice he never backpedaled. He did exactly what you said. It was what we call cluing technique for the cornerbacks, being able to clue all the way back into the quarterback, know where the receiver is, never took a back pedal, and just broke on the football.
Opening drive of the game, Morgan takes it away from LeMay and throws and completes it to Wolf, the Georgia tight end. His first catch of the day. It's across midfield, and that's good for a gain of 12.
And he's working on Patrick Nelson. Patrick Nelson, very comfortable down in the box, but just allows him to cross his face right here for a big completion. Patrick Nelson, 12 sacks from SMU. We know what he can do at the line of scrimmage. Charles, want to see him cover.
Yeah, and Eli Wolf is a transfer from the University of Tennessee to the University of Georgia, wanted to have a chance to catch more passes. I think he went from 3 catches or 4 catches at Tennessee one year to 13. But don't be fooled by those numbers. He's a pretty decent receiver. He's going to get more opportunities down the road.
His brother had a shot with the Cowboys. Morgan on the play fake will once again find Wolf, and he has all kinds of room. Wolf down the left sideline inside the red zone. Chris Williamson from Minnesota there with the tackle.
Yeah,
Wolf getting some opportunities.
He certainly is. And Daniel, 5 catches at Tennessee in 2018, 13 here at Georgia. And from what we've seen on these first 2, maybe Jacob Fromm could have found him a few more times.
He's got soft hands. See, all this time I thought he transferred to Georgia because he wanted to win some games.
Hey, boy, our first zinger out of the gate.
Or maybe he knows Charles is here and is trying to show off for the Tennessee guy. Gaining 19 there, back-to-back catches.
But he's a little niftier, I think, than what people expect in the open field and being able to get out and run some routes. Wolf right here, not just an inline blocker.
And we have a second tight end, Giovanni Ricci from UCF there on the right side. Morgan backpedaling, and he is just going to throw it away.
A little pressure there by Raekwon Williams coming off the edge, really unblocked. But nice job. Just get rid of the football, throw it away, don't take a sack. You like to get in many real game situations. You're in field goal range at this portion of the field. Just be a smart player, get rid of the football.
So would you say 2 good things happened there? Raekwon Williams from Michigan State with the pressure, does a nice job getting in his face, and then Morgan making the nice decision to get rid of the football where it goes out of harm's way.
Absolutely. Good all the way around. Got an eye on Swain down here in the slot as well from Florida. One of the better slot receivers we've seen this week.
Swain's wearing 16. Got a couple of Florida guys at wide receiver. Morgan, there he is. It's Swain, catches it on the sideline, gets the feet down, and that is enough for another first down.
Daniel, was this one of those plays where he wanted to go to short to the back, but he ended up having to go downfield to Swain?
Yeah, he was looking underneath, but it was open right now. He was really late on the throw. It didn't matter because Swain had created so much separation. And when I watch him at Florida, Charles, it's a lot of bubble screens and wheel routes. He's a real quick player.
He looks like an ideal type of a slot candidate for the next level.
Coaches said they really liked how both Florida receivers, Swain and Hammond, were lining up the other guys, really took a leadership role in that room. Ball behind him, it's caught, and that's a touchdown for Jamarcus Bradley, the Ragin' Cajun, into the end zone for our first score of the day.
That was a heck of a catch. Jamarcus Bradley. Here you go, you got crossers right here. Parker from Rhode Island, and then Jamarcus Bradley inside from Louisiana. And the reason I say that's a heck of a catch, that ball's supposed to be out in front of him a little bit more, right? That's on his back hip in traffic, hauls it in. Really nice start here for this squad.
We've done all-star games before. It took a little while to get that first touchdown. We might have a fun game on our hands today, boys.
Let's hope so.
That's one of 2 Raging Cajuns in this game. Got an offensive lineman that people are going to get introduced to later on.
Oh, no doubt.
Wyoming's Cooper Roth hits the extra point, and the East marches down the field. 10 plays, 77 yards. How about that for some offense to open up the 95th edition of the East-West Shrine Bowl? And we're off.
These days,
and all week, Hal, the entire week here at the East-West Shrine Bowl is a job interview. What kind of resume can you put together? Jamarcus Bradley, James Morgan did well in that opening drive. Bradley had 2 touchdowns in the Lending Tree Bowl there for Louisiana, and he has one here as well. No kickoffs other than the opening kickoff in this game, so Tyler Huntley and the West will open things up from the 25-yard line. And Huntley actually hit his man Jordan McCray in the hands, but he could not hang on on the first play from scrimmage. Tyler Huntley, first team Pac-12, second to the FBS in completion percentage, led Utah gentlemen to an 11-3 season.
Yeah, and he shows why he's so accurate. Find the soft corner, take the easy throw. Unfortunately, have a drop on the first play.
Got a nice head on his shoulders as well. Graduated in 3.5 years at the University of Utah. Academic all-conference.
First game here in his home state of Florida since high school. And he's got a hand to the big bruiser, Tony Jones. He is a bowling ball bouncing off of guys. The Notre Dame tailback has the first carry, and the thud there from Shaq Quarterman from Miami.
It's almost not fair in an all-star game to have two linebackers playing side by side that are teammates at Miami. When you have Quarterman and Pinckney, who've played so much football together, the communication is not going to be an issue for them today. Charles, I do want to point out one guy up front, though. You see him from Arkansas right there. He was
McTelvin?
the best.
McTelvin again?
Team. He was dominant this week.
Former five-star Arkansas D lineman came back for his final year, and here he is in the East-West Shrine Bowl. 3rd and 6 now. We'll see if Huntley can keep his team on the field. No. JJ, Jonathan Johnson underneath, but not enough because the other